Hi everyone, nice to see you again. In China, there is a very special culture, 劝酒文化, the culture of urging somebody to drink, or we call it Chinese drinking culture. Now let's watch a video where NBA star Dwyane Wade shares his thoughts on this culture.
When I go over Li Ning with my China tour, I will also do my wine tour at the same time. And so a lot of times when you go to these big events and it's a round table with my wines or whatever the case may be, everybody got to do a cheers. First of all, in China, everybody stand up and do a cheers around the table. So every time everyone do a cheers, you got to drink. But then when they come over to you, and if I cheers you and I look in your eye, we got to guzzle.
Oh,
No. That's the
Why?
thing, and that's with any liquor. If we cheers and you look me in the eye in China, we guzzling. We taking it to the head.
What if I came up to you to cheers you, but you just looked down?
Then you ain't got to guzzle. But if you look me in my eye, that means we got to look at each other and we got to take it down. So I've had many nights that ended that I don't remember, but I'm sure we had a great wine event.
Dwyane Wade expressed his astonishment at Chinese drinking culture, but the Chinese drinking culture is far crazier than he described. Almost every Chinese person at the dining table behaves like an alcoholic. Why is this the case? Today let's talk about this. Many Chinese people believe that the culture of urging others to drink originates from ancient China. However, the truth is that Chinese drinking culture initially derived from the Soviet Union. At that time, there was a marshal named Ustinov in the Soviet Union, who was a heavy drinker with a high tolerance for alcohol. He had a principle: to discuss matters one must drink first. He called it the Ustinov rule, believing that defeating the opponent at the drinking table was the first step to gain absolute psychological advantage. Once, when Winand wanted to purchase weapons from the Soviet Union at a low price, after being warmly entertained by Ustinov with multiple rounds of vodka, the delegation, in a state of confusion, ended up purchasing the weapons at a high price. The next day, when they sobered up, it was too late to change the deal. Because of the close relationship between China and the Soviet Union at that time, this culture of coercing through alcohol, where no drinking meant no deal, began to spread to China. Today, the culture of urging others to drink has permeated every corner of social interaction in China. Whether it's business negotiations, friend gatherings, company parties, or even weddings. Just some implicit rules are different. In fact, nowadays nobody uses Ustinov's method for business negotiations anymore. In some major corporate negotiations, the drinking session is merely a form of hospitality before or after the negotiations. If there is a clear power dynamic or an employer and employee relationship, the hired or weaker one will talk to the dominant one and say something flattering. They continuously pour drinks for themselves to show respect to the dominant ones. When toasting, they would say, 我干了，你随意. I will drink it all, and it's okay for you to just take a sip. To express their respect by finishing the drink in one go while the other one only needs to take a sip. If there are many dominant individuals at the table, the weak one has to repeat the toasting process to each other of them. Usually, after this ordeal, the person making the toast easily gets drunk. It's too much, right? No, that's nothing. Because there is another type of business negotiation drinking session that is similar to Ustinov's method. The dominant one will demand that the weaker one must drink to his satisfaction to gain a ticket into negotiation with him. Even if it's a female, they are not exempt. Or we can say if you are a female, they will intensify their demands for you to drink even more. So, in Chinese film and television works, you will often see things like men return home drunk, complaining that their wives don't understand their hardships while facing their wife nagging. Or there are plots where women are violated after business drinking session. At company parties and friend gatherings, the pressure to drink is not so intense because people know each other and may even be good friends. In these gatherings, to liven up the atmosphere, people will tease each other with various excuses to drink, such as he's the most handsome, so he must drink, he's late, so he owes us a drink, or he has a new girlfriend, so he should celebrate with a drink. With all sorts of silly excuses, those being teased will often willingly drink a bit. Additionally, we have many interactive games that involve drinking as a punishment, which are fun and addictive, making it hard to stop once you start. After such a meal, a gathering of 10 people would easily go through 30 to 40 bottles of beer and 2 or 3 bottles of wine. People enjoyed the atmosphere fueled by alcohol. So, urging others to drink has become a must-have for gatherings. But if you don't like drinking, these situations can be troubling. For example, I am the type who doesn't drink at all. During friend gathering, my friends always say something like, "It's just one day in a year. It's fun to have a drink today. Hey, don't spoil everyone's mood." They put me in a dilemma. Drinking would mean breaking my principles, but not drinking would be seen as unsociable. So I always make up excuses like having a cold to get out of it. I used this excuse a few days ago. I don't know if it will work next time. At weddings, typically the groom and the groomsman become the target of urging to drink. The wedding banquet venue is always where the ceremony takes place. After the wedding ceremony, the bride and the groom will thank every table or guest while holding drinks. At this point, the guests will either tease or set up drinking games for the groom, and these drinks cannot be refused. This is when the groomsmen step in to drink on behalf of the groom. Therefore, the groom always chooses a few friends with high alcoholic tolerance to be his groomsmen. However, after being surrounded by so many people, even those with a high alcoholic tolerance can get drunk. As a result, at Chinese weddings, you can always see a few groomsmen who are completely intoxicated. In essence, we can observe that Chinese drinking culture is fundamentally a form of coercion, or an expression of power oppression. In business drinking sessions, individuals are pressured by cooperation demands others. Either they are compelled by others to drink, or they force themselves to do so, while those in possession of power dictate the rules of the drinking session. During gatherings with friends or colleagues, individuals are coerced by the majority using excuses like atmosphere or camaraderie. They take advantage of their numbers to disregard or openly disrespect the minority who don't want to drink. At weddings, the public further coerces groomsmen to drink under the guise of tradition and custom. In Chinese toasting, it's common to say 我敬你, I toast to you, to indicate respect. However, this 敬 also carries connotations of or, implying a hierarchy and oppression. Even if they don't consciously hold such intentions, they subconsciously or within their value system tacitly accept this oppression as normal. However, the drinking culture is gradually being abandoned by the younger generation. Personally, I'm very happy to see this happening. It signifies that in Chinese society, which is often characterized by strong hierarchical beliefs, there are increasingly more people who are beginning to resist. Okay, that's it for today. If you like it, click like and subscribe me. It means a lot to me. See you next time. Bye bye.